What's up, guys? Steven Guadani here with 5 Tool Sports Science. We got Sean doing his step throws and side-to-side med ball throws. We're going to do an analysis on them. So, Sean, let's get you into your throw. All right. All right, so still getting a little bit of a back knee collapse here. Kind of going to start to collapse in. Let's go forward. All right, foot strike. All right, but much better job here. This is what we were talking about before. This ankle is kicked over, and this hip is starting to get through. All right, that's exactly what we want to see. Hip driving through. Shoulders are in a great position. I think you still might be early trunk tilting. Yep, you're early trunk tilting a tad. But getting much better out of that drive leg, powering that hip through. It still could get a lot better holding torsion instead of letting that leg collapse in, but you're starting to kick that hip through, which is what we want to see. So really good job on that. Let's go into, try to get you right at ball release here. One more. All right, so here's ball release. Still flexion in the front leg, and the trunk still is pretty vertical. All right, so ideally we want to get more front leg extension. All right, and get that trunk coming forward. So this is where you really got to kind of emphasize that front leg extension drill. You do it well in the front leg extension drill of letting this trunk come over that front leg. All right, and then really slam that front leg into extension. But again, great job with that back leg at front foot strike, getting a lot better with that. Let's go to the next. Kind of see if you do it. Oh no, you're still early trunk tilting a little bit there. But it looks like better on this one. It looks like you got more forward trunk tilt at pitch release. Kind of want to watch that. A little bit better with the front leg on this one, but still pretty vertical trunk. All right, let's get to your side to sides. Okay. Okay, initially pretty decent job with torsion. Front side starting to open up a little. All right, so still getting a little bit of this collapse of this drive leg. So ideally holding torsion a little bit more in the knee. All right, like we've talked about before, holding torsion and getting these hips to travel a little bit farther and down. All right, here's foot strike here. So late on the drive leg here. Ankle's still down. This hip is still closed. So you got to get faster out of the drive leg on this drill. Flexion, good flexion in the front leg. Shoulders are in a good position, but just got to get faster at driving this hip through. You're hitting front foot strike. Everything's still just closed. So let's go forward. So one frame later, it all starts to kick through. It's a much better position, but you're already into shoulder rotation at that point. So just got to get quicker out of that drive leg. Let's see if we can get you to pitch. Going to miss a little bit here. I think it's going to skip a frame. Alright, that should be pitch release. So still the same thing we were seeing before. Still flexion in the front leg, pretty vertical trunk. So just got to get more of that extension, more of that forward trunk tilt. Alright, so I mean, I think those are the biggest things. I think on your shuffle throws, a much better job of you're getting that leg through, but you got to just try to delay. I'm going to get back to it. Got to just try to delay the trunk a little bit longer. What I mean by that is keep it back as you're driving that hip forward. I'm going to try to stop it right at what I'm talking at. Okay, here. So you just got to keep this trunk farther back. You're doing a great job of delaying the shoulder rotation. Shoulders are still closed, but you're letting this trunk tilt forward. So you got to keep the trunk a little farther back and really emphasize powering the hip through with this leg drive. All right. From here, you got to then emphasize, here's your shoulder rotation is going to happen. Now you really got to get this trunk to fly over the front leg and extend this front leg so you're syncing up forward trunk tilt right into pitch release. So your trunk is just staying too vertical. All right, you got to let this thing really travel over that front leg. All right, and then this just has got to slam. So, big time improvement in that drive leg. I love seeing it kick through. I think that's awesome. Just got to keep the trunk back a little bit. If you had kept the trunk back, that would have been like ideal position. Other thing too is just trying to hold a little more torsion, ride the hips a little bit longer in the throw as well. But good stuff, man.